G'day everyone, this is Peter from Tech Explorations, and in this quick video I wanted to show you my process of ordering this PCB here on Seeed Studio Fusion. Just wanted to try out Seed's PCB manufacturing process and outcomes. So what I've got here is a PCB that I've designed for implementing a number of projects in my bootcamp for teachers. It's a double-sided PCB that has the shape of a Arduino shield. Just plug in the shield onto my Arduino and the students can then go on and experiment with the projects that are part of this bootcamp. It's a fairly simple design. I've got the schematic here in KiCad version 5. I then exported that design into the layout editor. I did all the layout and then exported the Gerber files using the plotter. And what comes out of this process is the directory that contains the various Gerber files. Then I compress the directory into a zip file. Then I test the Gerber files using a utility such as GerbLook, although there are many places where you can do the same thing, but I really like how GerbLook looks. I uploaded the zip file and then GerbLook provided the rendering of the individual layers so that I can inspect them and make sure that everything is correct and as expected. So you can see that all the layers have got the information that I need and this looks good. So at that point I'm ready to go to Seeed Studio Fusion and upload my Gerber file and then make my selections here that affect the manufacturing of the boards. So first thing is to add the Gerber files as zip. So I've got everything in my documents folder. Go into my projects in KiCad 5, Bootcamp Shields, and this is the through-hole version of the shield. And the zip file is this one here. Just double check. Yes, that is correct. So open that. Just give it a few seconds to finish the upload. I'm curious to know if the system will find out the dimensions of the project. Okay. So upload is completed. So then I can choose my manufacturing specifications. So definitely FR4, and this is a 2-layer board. Now the dimensions, okay, Seeed Studio Fusion didn't pick those dimensions, so I need to type them in. So let's go back to KiCad, and I used the measurement or dimension tool here to measure the dimensions of the board. So the length is 67.94 millimeters. So 67.94. And that is, units are in millimeters. Great. And the other dimension is 53.34. So 53.34. Just double check that I've got the right numbers. 53.34, correct, and 67.94. All right, this is a fairly large board as well, just to make it fit on my Arduino SA shield. Okay, let's go for, I think 5 are enough for this. Since I'm still at the testing process, I want to order this to make sure that my board works before I commit for more copies. It's just one design in here. I'll go for the standard thickness, 1.6 millimeters, or 60 I should say millimeters. Okay, PCB. Okay, make it blue. I really like blue PCBs. I will go for lead-free surface finish. Solder mask dam. I'll go for the standard copper weight standard as well. The minimum drill hole I do think is 0.30 because looking at my preferences, here we are, design rules, the drill, minimum drill diameter is 0.4. Okay, so I am good with the default here that Seeed implements, 0.3 for the drill. Same thing happens with the trays with spacing. My design does not exceed these specifications for 6 mils. I don't have any blind or buried vias. I don't have any half holes. I think the rest is fine as it is. Okay, now the nice thing is that Seeed Studio Fusion also offers assembly, so you can upload a BOM, or bill of materials file, and then they can give you a quote on how much it would cost for them to add the components on the board. Something that I can also look at later. And that's about it. So with these specifications, I can see that I've got a subtotal for the boards themselves of $12.90. And the selections that I've made look good. I'm going to add this to cart and proceed with the payment process. Okay, so there you go. The item is in the cart. So I'm going to go on and complete the process of ordering this. I'm going to pay PayPal, and we're going to give it a couple of weeks to get the outcome back. But I can say my first impressions of Seeed Studio Fusion and PCB manufacturing service is really good. I can see there's a lot of control about the product that you're ordering. There's a lot of configuration options, and you can really customize your order, which is something that a lot of people that want to have such control and are a bit more advanced in the kind of board that they make, and they understand what these options are, will really appreciate. So I'm going to go ahead with this order and keep notes on how it progresses through the system and get back to you with the outcome of this order really soon. So about 10 days after I placed my order with Seeed Studio Fusion, I got my copies of my PCB, and they actually look really good. So I'd like to take a closer look and provide some high resolution images as well, so you can see what the end result is and what you can expect from Seeed Studio Fusion. Let's check it out. I got my PCBs shipped in bubble wrap, so they came without any damage from China to Australia. And first inspection, they look great. So my first impression was that it's really high quality product. The boards came out of the panel and the edges are smoothed out, so there's nothing sharp here. The rounded edges here on this side are really nicely done as well. The holes, the white ink for the silk screen all looks good. I can see, probably, I'll use my magnifying glass here to give you a better view of this, but you can see, say up here, I probably reached the limit of how small the text can be before it starts becoming too hard to read and too hard to print as well. But I guess that's the smallest size. I can't remember exactly what my settings are here, but I can make sure that in the future I don't print as small as that. But all the other text looks crisp. The graphic looks nice as well. On the other side, you can see the traces, and the rest is filled with copper. And there's a little stamp here from Seeed Fusion's production process. So all in all, I really like the result of this. The value seems to be very good compared to other online manufacturing services. All in all, I really like what I have here from Seeed Studio Fusion. The product itself is excellent. I can't find a flaw here. It's price competitive, and it got to me fairly quickly. So in Australia, things do take a while to get to. We are quite far from the rest of the world, but I had this in less than 10 days from the moment that I hit the purchase button on the website to the time that I picked these up from the post office. It was really quick. So highly recommended. Look out for the occasional offers that Seeed Studio makes public, and get a coupon, and perhaps that way you can try out this service for the first time at a very low cost.